What really happened to Wang Yibo? Amidst a super-packed schedule, incredible stage performances, and endless filming, he suddenly appeared in a wheelchair. Fans were in a frenzy. The media was wondering. The entertainment world was in an uproar. Was this a serious injury? Had he had an undisclosed accident? Or was there a surprising reason behind it all? That night, Yibo remained smiling. He continued to greet fans in his usual way. But there was a worried light in his eyes that was hard to hide. Watch the full story. Don't miss any details, because in this video, we reveal the hottest facts and theories about Wang Yibo's condition. This is the story behind Wang Yibo's wheelchair. Like the video first. Because we're about to dive deeper into the real world of a superstar who rarely gets the spotlight. That day was supposed to be a normal day for fans eagerly awaiting Wang Yibo's arrival at the airport. But a big surprise occurred. The crowd of fans, usually cheering hysterically, suddenly fell silent. Amidst the flashes of cameras and the echoing voices of greetings, an assistant pushed a wheelchair and Wang Yibo sat in it. "Appa. Are you okay? What's wrong with Yibo?" Even the reporters were shocked. Those who usually raced to capture glamorous moments were now scrambling to find the truth. Was he injured during filming? Was it an accident? Or was there something more serious? Was their idol, who always appeared strong and energetic, hiding something about his health? And even more surprising, the staff accompanying him immediately refused an interview, as if there was something the public shouldn't know. The mystery grew. The short video of the appearance went viral, garnering millions of views in just a matter of hours. Everyone had the same question. Why was Wang Yibo in a wheelchair? Behind his smile was an unsolved secret. Before the shocking incident at the airport, Yibo was known as a fearless motorcycle racer, professional dancer, action movie actor, and even a stuntman, often performing his own stunts. To give his fans the best, he was even willing to take on dangerous scenes without a stuntman. In recent months, he had been filming a street racing action film. Intensive training, high-speed motorcycle stunts, and extreme jumps were all executed with his unstoppable perfectionist determination. However, during one training session, a small error occurred. The motorcycle lost balance just before a jump. He fell hard. The team immediately halted training, and Yibo was taken to the medical room for an examination. Although the doctor recommended a full recovery, Yibo refused. Instead, he said, "Fans are waiting. I have to come back as soon as possible." The film staff said that he was seen several times enduring pain while standing for long periods. Even while dancing on stage, he seemed to be masking the pain in his legs. But the human body has its limits, and those limits were finally revealed when he appeared in a wheelchair. His dedication was indeed extraordinary, but had he put too much pressure on himself? After the airport incident, the internet exploded with theories. Some say the injury was caused by a stunt. There are also rumors that he recently underwent secret leg surgery. But another theory is even more controversial. Some reporters suspect that using a wheelchair is not only physical, but also for safety reasons. In recent months, Wang Yibo has reportedly received threats from obsessive individuals who follow his every move. If these rumors are true, then the wheelchair could be part of a safety protocol to limit interactions and allow staff to monitor him more closely. On the other hand, some fans noticed that Yibo's movements appeared stiff and he frequently touched his knee. A photo that circulated showed bandage marks hidden beneath his pants. The fan doctor who analyzed the video said that the possibility of a ligament or muscle injury was very high. If not treated properly, his dancing career could be in jeopardy. Was this just a temporary injury or the beginning of a long battle with health issues? The public demanded clarity. But the agency remained silent. And whenever Yibo was asked about it, he simply smiled and said, "I'm fine. Don't worry." A few days later, Yibo finally made a brief statement on social media. The video was short, only a few seconds, but it warmed the hearts of millions of fans. "I'll get better soon. Thank you for worrying about me." A hero doesn't always stand tall. Sometimes, he sits, but he remains strong. No action star is born unscathed. But for Wang Yibo, pain isn't just a consequence of his work, it's a secret he must keep, even as the world watches it unfold before his eyes. According to a production crew member, whose identity remains confidential, the motorcycle stunt accident was more serious than reported. Yibo landed with his knee on the hard asphalt, injuring the ligaments in his left knee. Doctors said this type of injury requires a long recovery time and is at risk of recurrence if subjected to strenuous activity. However, after a medical examination, Yibo returned to training just a few days later. He said, "I'll be fine." But we saw his face turn pale after every scene. the staff member said with concern. It was all clear to those who watched him carefully, but when the cameras rolled back, Yibo smiled again. As if nothing had happened. Some injuries are invisible but are the most painful. With a wheelchair, everyone finally saw his fragility, but for Yibo, it was just a transition. He wasn't falling. He was simply gathering strength to rise higher. When something happens in public, there's always more than one story. Physical injury is only one side of the coin. Behind the scenes, the world of celebrity isn't as safe as we imagined. In recent months, there have been several less publicized security incidents. At one public event, a stalker broke through security and tried to reach Yibo. Luckily, guards quickly stopped him. But since that incident, celebrity security has taken more extreme measures. Wheelchairs can be a mobility control strategy. That way, idols can't be suddenly approached from behind. Nothing like this happens unless there's a very serious threat. When a star shines too brightly, a dark shadow tries to extinguish it. Is a wheelchair a protection, or is it a small sacrifice for safety? One thing is certain. Yibo is being guarded, not just because his body is weak, but because he is too valuable to risk. At the peak of his success, there is no room for complaint, and Yibo, with his career soaring globally, lives by that norm. The pressure of being perfect every day can be more deadly than physical pain. At every event, millions of eyes are watching him. Every mistake becomes news, and for a hard worker like Yibo, pain is no reason to quit, but the body protests in the form of injuries that can no longer be hidden. When the body collapses, often the first to give up is not physical strength but a silently tired heart. It's not a sign of weakness, but a warning that he has been fighting alone for too long. After days of speculation, Yibo finally spoke. Not through his agency, not at a press conference, but via a simple live video from his home. Don't worry about me. I just need a little time to heal. We still have a big stage waiting ahead. A hero doesn't always stand. Sometimes he sits down to stand back up stronger. A specialist in athletic injuries explained the most likely type of injury Yibo suffered. A cruciate ligament sprain is an injury to the part of the body connecting the thigh bone and the shin bone. What does it mean? Every time he stands up to dance or bends his knee, he feels a stabbing pain. If he continues, the ligament could tear completely. Recovery could take 8 to 12 months. His dancing career could even be in jeopardy. Fans were shocked to hear this possibility, but this wasn't surprising to those who have followed Yibo's journey for a long time. He's not just an idol, he's an athlete. A motorcycle racer willing to fall repeatedly for the perfect scene, and now his body is begging for a break, something he's never allowed. Every injury has a story, and Yibo's story is about the courage to keep going even when holding back tears. If we look back years, this injury apparently already gave signs. At a major concert, Yibo slipped while performing an intense dance move. Although his face immediately stiffened, he continued the performance until the end without the slightest expression of pain. When fans reanalyzed the video, they clearly saw the moment. His legs were unsteady, his knees bent incorrectly. Later, backstage footage emerged showing Yibo sitting still, breathing heavily, holding his left knee and looking down. But when the stage doors opened, he stood back up, pretending nothing had happened. There were also rumors that while filming the drama Legend of Faye, he suffered a severe blow during a choreography scene. The director at the time praised him for his boundless professionalism. Who would have thought that boundary is now clearly visible? Not all wounds arise from a single incident. Sometimes they stem from many small struggles forced to repeat themselves over and over again. Despite being confined to a wheelchair, Yibo has carefully planned his comeback. I can't wait to get back to dancing. I want you to see the best version of me. Pain is not the end, but a pause before a greater victory. No journey is undertaken by Yibo alone. There is a powerful force behind him, his loyal fans from around the world. You may be sitting now, but when you rise, we are the legs that support you. A career can give you fame, but the love of fans gives you a reason to live. Like and subscribe to support Wang Yibo's comeback. The wheelchair is not a sign of weakness. It is proof that Wang Yibo always gives 100% to his fans, even when his body forces him to stop for a moment. Yibo may be recovering, but one thing is for sure. His spirit never rests, and we, as true fans, must continue to support him without stopping. Get well soon, Yibo. We are always here for you. If you also love and support Yibo, like this video now, leave a comment #alwayswithyibo SUBSCRIBE so you don't miss our latest updates. Share with your fandom friends, and don't worry. In the next episode, we will discuss, did his injury really happen during action scene rehearsals, fact or rumor? We will reveal everything. See you in the next video. Keep supporting our idols with the greatest love.